Hi, welcome back to the Gallagher Shots YouTube channel. Newcastle have just got through the third round of the. Bestie, what round are we at?
I think it's a third. I think the first round is when it's just the kind of lower league.
Sunderland playing that one, don't they? Yes. So the third round Newcastle have got through. We beat Morecambe, and get this, 7-0 away from home. So just gonna quickly just get that one out there. Cheers, lads. I'm joined by Besty, who's with me today. Hi, mate.
How's it going, mate? All right.
I'm not too bad. We were just trying to put our finger on the word that you would describe that game. I went for kind of like a comfortable. I think what you were still searching for it, perhaps.
It's not. I've got surprisingly competent.
Yeah,
comes to mind. I'm not too sure that's the actual word I was thinking of, but yeah, it's reassuringly. We were talking just there how many times we've seen Newcastle go to Stevenage and get beat 3-0 in the cup, or going back 20 years, Birmingham not out the cup in consecutive years when they were a low league side. And just really, I mean, I kind of wrote the first half off thinking, we'll be all right. It'll probably be 1-0, 0-0 at half time. Gave Alfie his bath, came downstairs, it was 5-0, and they had a man sent off. So
the moral of the story is don't keep watching the games, Bestie. We just need you to take a bit of time out. I mean, you mentioned the cup record in the past there. I mean, it must just be the Rafa Benitez effect. No, I'm joking, of course. I'm joking, of course. We are continuing this form in the cup, and we're not having to do it via replays. Certainly a better performance than Blackburn was. I don't know what happened in that one, but maybe we'll put it down to the fact that it came so early into the new season starting. We had 6 different goal scorers in our 7-0. So, Bestie, we'll just maybe work our way through each of the big moments. It started off with a goal from Joe Linton, which came very early into the game. So certainly putting a few of his naysayers to bed in that first bit. However, it was quickly followed by Jacob Murphy pegging one into the box, came over the keeper, landed in front of Joe Linton almost on the line, and dinked off the bar and went out. Now, a lot of people were saying, why is Joe Linton not finishing that? Bestie, I know you didn't see the first half, but you've probably seen the replays and bits and stuff like that. What do you think it's down to? A lot of people are saying Joe Linton's too nice. He's not a poacher. What should he be doing there?
I think I would put that down to him. You can see that he's watching the ball. He thinks it's going in, so he's going to let Jacob have his goal. I think that one, he was a bit too nice. I quite like the ruthlessness that some strikers have, the bloody mindedness where I'm getting the last touch on this regardless. I would love nothing better than to just take the leather off the ball and absolutely belt it in the back of the net. But, I mean, obviously...
Someone say he'd missed that.
Well, yeah.
Maybe he's too scared. Be like, I see Joe Linton is a bit like in The Simpsons where Homer's trying to cook loads of food and he pours cereal into a bowl and it sets on fire. That's kind of what I had in my head when that fell to him. But, there's numerous reasons. Thankfully for him, we went and scored 6 more, and we'll get onto his second goal, actually. Almiron walked the ball in for our second. A lot of people really saying now that Almiron has done enough to earn himself a start every single week. I mean, do you think he needs to be in there on Sunday against Tottenham?
Absolutely, yeah. I think he's been very hard done by, to be honest with you, not to have been playing this season. I've kind of... Do
you know what it is keeping him out? I mean, is it Hendrick, or I can't really understand what is meant to be his position?
I'm not too sure. I mean, Almiron, we've said on the podcast, and I know you've said as well, he plays his best football through the middle. That seems to be the case. And it seems to be the change in formation. I think putting Carroll up front alongside Callum Wilson seems to have come at the expense of Almiron. So you'd like to think, I mean, I've especially watching that Brighton game on the weekend, I think Almiron, instead of either of those two, would have made a big difference. Sitting deeper, kind of letting them get on the ball a bit more in the middle of the park. So, I think Almiron's been extraordinarily unlucky. I thought he was one of the best players last season, since he's been there, really.
Yeah.
Since he's added that kind of the goals to the game, since he started.
Since that half season, wasn't it, under Rafa with Rondon and Perez, that kind of trifecta at the front there? It was just unbelievable way to finish that season.
Well.
Exactly. And, he's got, was it like 3 assists now? 2 goals? No, 1 goal, sorry, is that he's got. Anyway, he's doing all right, essentially, is the main thing here.
It was almost Ronaldo-esque, the way he just kind of dropped the shoulder, went past the goalkeeper, and then
Well, I did see that. So he seems adamant not to score with his right. He always wants to drop it on the other side. So he's like, no, I'm going to get it on that foot. And luckily we're playing Morecambe, so he's afforded the time to do that. You do mention Callum Wilson there. Disappointing to not see him get a goal today. He probably could have got one off the bench the way that Morecambe were played. But Jacob Murphy was running the park. And,
look, excellent.
Again, another player that Steve Bruce seems to be showing a lot of faith in. Before the game, we were talking about how it's pretty much the end of Atsu now. And Murphy is almost like the impact player that has taken his place for these games. I'm chuffed to see him, and I know you're a fan, Besty. He did great to keep the ball going forward. And I know it looked like shooting practice by the time he got into position and scored the goal, but long may it continue for me, because I think Murphy deserves that chance.
Definitely, yeah, I agree. I think that the kind of the first season backup, wasn't it, when Rafa signed him, and I thought in flashes he showed that he can be a really good player, but he's a bit inconsistent maybe. He's a couple of years older now as well. He's been down and had a good spell with Sheffield Wednesday last season. So I'd love to see, I really would like to see. I think because there was that photo of him and Josh as babies in the kits, I really want to see him succeed, because I'm a little bit sentimental like that.
Yeah, unless that was one big PR stunt. They just found two children in Newcastle and stuck them in the old kits or something like that. Murphy was, like I said, running the park. He was getting beyond the defenders, constantly running in. It was a bit Gutierrez-esque, I would say.
Yeah.
He just run until he gets taken off and eventually scores. Joe Linton then takes one out of his back pocket and silences everyone. My favourite tweet of the night was Craig Hope basically pointing out that he's not a striker. It's just not in him. Followed up by a nice little thread of great goal. So that was very nice. We've seen it from all angles. Lee Marshall's Instagram, if anyone wants to go and have a look, is a hell of a shot that we've just watched there. That's got to do something for his confidence. We saw a little bit of that towards the close season. I know that it was against Rochdale and that in the cup, but we had the big break. But he did come back and score. So do you reckon that'll help him with 2 goals tonight?
It certainly can't do him any harm. I think it's something that we've all said, is that he just needs to kind of get that goal, get a couple of goals, a bit of a run, break the duck, as it were, and we'll see where it stands. I'd love to see. He's another one that I quite like him as a footballer. I would love to see.
He looked tidy on the ball, I'll be honest. He was doing similar things to what Murphy was doing, and I think naturally he moved into that winger role, the attacking forward. That he's apparently been so good at in Germany.
I thought he was very poor at the weekend, I thought. But I thought tonight, especially that second goal the way he took that, there's something there. There's something there with him, definitely.
Well, everyone was having to go from that range. I mean, Sean Longstaff, bless him, he tried every single time. The keeper, for some reason, had magnets in his hand whenever Longstaff took a shot. Morecambe, really, I mean, they had a bad weekend. I think they conceded 5 at home. Yeah. Then they got a man sent off. These lower league teams not having a great time at the minute. But then we had Hayden score another perler of a ball. It just became target practice at that point. And then went in for half time, but we had a goal from the captain after that. Lascelles, I would get into details of these, but they were just procedure really for Newcastle at this point. And then Matt Ritchie wrapped it up, although I think it's been given as an own goal. So some of that dressing room probably getting kicked to bits at the minute. I mean, Besty, we should probably just quickly touch on. I mean, a lot of people saying Joe Linton, Almiron perhaps finding the level with this, but 7-0 away to Morecambe, that is what you want, especially when Chelsea are beating Barnsley 6-0. That's the comprehensive result that I think we are looking for, and we should be able to be happy with that, right?
Definitely, yeah. As I say, it's surprisingly how competently Newcastle ran out, and often you'll see Premier League teams go to a lower league team away in the cup and really have a rough time with it. Certainly, we've had it ourselves. Everton struggled to get past Fleetwood. I think it was 3-2 less. I don't know how
4-2. I think it finished off, but Fleetwood came back and Pickford was having a howler, much to my delight.
Pickford was their man of the match from what I saw. So to see Newcastle put in a performance that I put in the performance that they did tonight was very encouraging, I thought.
Yeah, it's one to celebrate. One I'm very happy about. Certainly a reaction that we got from the Bournemouth game on Sunday, because I mean that just ruined everyone's week, didn't it? So this is a bit of a lift and a bit more positivity looking ahead to Tottenham, where luckily they don't have Gareth Bale. We're going to have Newport in the next round, Bestie, a team that Newcastle beat 13-0 back in 1946. Do you remember that one?
It was one of my early games, that one.
Me too, actually. Yeah, Mark was there as well. Yeah, I mean, do you reckon that should be another easy one through, and then Newcastle in their second quarter-final, you'd like to say, in 2 years?
You'd hope so. I mean, if they can deliver the same kind of performance they put in tonight against Newport, currently...
They did thrash Watford to get there. That's the only thing.
Yeah, well, Watford have had a funny start as well, though. Watford haven't been as kind of as good in... I mean, it's only been a couple of games in the Championship, but they haven't had a great start either. So you'd like to think a Premier League club against Newport should be getting through the next round there. And then it's anyone's guess, isn't it? I think you were saying you fancy Man City in the quarterfinals?
I mean, it's written in the stars, isn't it? Or Chelsea. Chelsea, Man City, it always seems to fall to Newcastle that we get one of those teams. So let's see what happens. I'm just looking forward to the hashtag new for when we play them in the next game. So we'll see what happens with that. Bestie, we'll leave it there. I think it's been a good night for both of us, and we'll see what happens next. I'll be recording Extra Time with Jess tomorrow night. So if you like what you've seen tonight, subscribe, tell your friends, and let's see what happens in the actual league when it matters on Sunday, Bestie, eh?
Yes, please. Yeah, something along the lines of tonight would be quite nice.
So 7-0 away to Tottenham. We love it. Joe Linton does love their stadium, so who knows? All right, cheers for watching, everyone. Thanks very much. See you.
Good night.